Everyone, and we are starting another day of Jobless Weebs. And I'm Brian.
And I'm the big brown Mexican Marco.
Yep.
How are you, Brian?
Oh, I'm doing really good. Yeah, had a really good, relaxing week, I think. Yep.
Well,
and you?
I wish I could say the same, but
Oh yeah, pretty stressful from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Sure
nothing
was.
like being a jobless weeb after work.
Yep. Getting able to watch anime.
Right. Yeah. I started a new anime with my parents.
Oh, which
I
one?
started Blue Blade.
Oh yes.
The Kendo one.
Oh yes. Yep. I think I do remember that one with all the different girls in the Kendo club.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. I thought it was going to be kind of like I don't know, but so far
sure.
they haven't told me anything. So.
Oh okay.
Like,
so far so good.
Yeah, I mean it's been kind of hard for me to watch new anime other than the ones currently airing right now.
Yeah.
Because normally the time that I would spend watching old anime or different anime, it's now been replaced with me watching anime that I've already watched with them.
Oh, I see.
It's nothing wrong. It's some of them, like all of them, are some of my favorites. So those are the ones that I actually I'm okay rewatching it 2 or 3 times.
Oh yeah. Along with them. Yeah, that's good. Absolutely. Well, yeah, there's some good characters that I remember from that show. With the cool and perfect kendo fighter with the one girl. That's right.
Yeah, I love the chibi.
Oh yes, the chibi.
The chibi drawings or all the chibi portions.
Oh yeah, they do a wonderful job in that one. Oh yes. Well, this past week we've had some pretty shocking news, I think, from this past week about anime. For the whole anime community, I think would be an accurate way to put it. Kentaro Miamura, he passed away recently.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wanted to talk about like a lot of animes or mangas.
Oh yes.
That didn't have an ending because of health reasons, and a lot of time because of the mangaka or like the author passing away. This was not really like the type of setting that I was expecting. Like, guess what? One of the most famous mangas.
Right.
And it didn't have like a really good adaptation to anime, at least the most recent ones. But one of the most popular mangas, and I think that is one of the most influential characters, Gus, with his long sword. I think that he was a pioneer.
He sure was. In the
showing the long sword.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And also
the big long sword. Yeah.
And I think that he also Kentaro Miamura was a really big inspiration for like Souls games.
Oh yeah.
Where you have a character, of course, like Dark Souls, and there was a recent one for PlayStation 5 that recently also came out. That I think it was part of the Dark Souls family, but it was all of them like a person fighting demons, recollecting souls. Yeah. It was pretty much the golden arc of Berserk.
Yeah. Oh yes, it absolutely is.
And who can forget, like, of course, the longsword. We have a lot of characters in RPGs that have their longswords. Like, one of the most famous ones that I can think of top of my mind is Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy series.
Cloud, yep. That's a very, like, a big one that we think about.
And I didn't really have time to research who was the first like appearance, but Berserk started the serialization on the 1989.
That's right, yeah. Started in 1989. Miamura, he tried quite a few series, and then he started publishing the Berserk series at that time, and it really took off in the dark fantasy, sword and sorcery type of genre in that era.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked, to be honest. And more because it's been almost like 2 weeks. He passed away on May 6th.
Right.
And like the anime community was told about this tragedy just yesterday on the 20th.
Right. Just recently. Mm-hmm.
I mean, they must have their own reasons, but of course, I think that one of the things that the fan base and not even the fan base, but people who knew that Berserk was a gem, even if they had never read it or watched it, it's like they knew how good it was, Berserk, and not only the plot but also the style of the art.
Oh yeah, the style is so gripping because it's so heavy, and it could be like really dark at times, but yeah, it's just so detailed with every page that he draws.
Yeah, it is kind of sad that the story is not going to come to an end.
That's right, an incomplete story. So unfortunate.
Especially because it left a lot of cliffhangers and things that you would have liked to see. Like one of the principal ones would be kind of like Casca recovering from her really heavy PTSD, and of course God's kicking Griffin's butt.
Oh yes,
After what that jerk did, and also who was like the hand of God, and a lot of other characters.
Yeah, we don't really find out. We don't really have any clues for that.
So it is really sad. I remember I was introduced when I was restarting to watch anime. Back in 2015 or 16, I believe. That's the moment. All right, we're back from a small break. Actually, from a small camera break.
Oh yes. Technical difficulties.
We were talking about Berserk. I was first introduced to Berserk in 2016. A friend of mine told me, like, well, now that you're being introduced into this anime vibe, she was kind of like a master, but now at this point I think that I am the master.
You surpassed the master.
Yes.
Yes. With all the ones that you have seen and currently seeing.
It's like, you know what, now I can for sure feel a lot more powerful, and my anime levels are way beyond yours. But anyway, that's not the point. She introduced me to Berserk. She was like, if you want to watch something really cool, try Berserk. And my first thought on Berserk, because like the first season was I think like 20 something episodes.
That's right.
And that's just like the first arc where
it is
only like on the first episode God is introduced already without a hand, with the curse. And all that stuff, but then it's just like a short scene, and then they brought you back to when he was young and he was working as a mercenary.
Yeah, they show that arc.
And to be honest, I was like, well, this... I didn't know what to think, because she was like, oh, it's really good. And I was like...
Well, yeah.
Okay, but the thing is that one of the things that I liked about Berserk is that they started like 100 kilometers way back before like the actual good stuff.
But yeah. They show a lot of the setup.
Yeah, and they introduce characters, they introduce their behavior, and a lot of small details that if you would have started watching Berserk at the moment where Griffith is going insane, because he's going insane pretty much, and what drives him to pretty much summon the demons and all that stuff is like you would have been like, what's happening here?
Yeah, it's like in the middle of things. Yeah, so it would have been really confusing. Yeah.
Right, because you're introduced to gods that is just this guy with an insanely huge sword.
Right, with no explanation. It's like that's not really like feasible in this medieval type setting. Yeah, no one else uses it. He's a very unique character.
Yeah, and later you were told that he uses a sword that is bigger than him because when he was a kid, he was already using like a standard sword.
Yeah, he was using a full-size sword as a kid, being trained on it. So he got used to a sword that was like way bigger than him.
And one of the things that I think it's really good from the plot of Berserk is that you're introduced to the terrible luck that gods had from the moment he was born.
Yeah.
Like his mom had a terrible fate, and then the father figure he had tried to finish him.
Right.
And instead of that, he ended up finishing him.
Oh yeah, he killed him instead.
And from there, he decided to just be a loner. Be a loner, being a mercenary. Then he became best friends with Griffith, and he's the band of the Hawk.
Yeah.
And Casca didn't trust him. Then she trusts him. I would say a little too much.
Oh right, that's right.
He left. Griffith did some bad stuff to the princess of a kingdom that they were being hired for. Then he was imprisoned. Gods came back, and then Griffith was like, "Oh well, I might as well kill all of my friends."
Yep.
And from there, it just continues. And one of the things that I saw in a lot of the memes in honor of Kentaro Miamura was like, well, he showed how a person with terrible luck, like gods, was still moving forward.
Right.
And he was, he was angry. And he was sad at his circumstances. But
absolutely, he hates like being with others.
Yeah, but he never really blame himself or kind of like he never really stood and lament himself for his circumstances.
That's right. He never gets down because of it.
And despite wanting to be alone, he was always willing to help the people who was around him.
Oh yeah. Sometimes at his own expense.
Yeah.
But he's still willing to try that. Absolutely.
So it's we're sad. We hope Kentaro Miamura is it's better and that hopefully in a parallel universe gods had a happy ending.
Oh yes, we do wish that for Guts be wherever he may be.
And some of the other animes that I wanted to cover, I was doing some research.
Oh yeah.
One of the ones that I wanted to cover, you probably know it. It's you start watching it because of the fan service, and
yes.
and you keep watching it because of the fan service and the plot.
Right. Oh,
and it's High School of the Dead.
Okay, yes. I was looking at some lists myself too, and I saw that at the top.
Yeah,
that's right.
High School of the Dead was produced by Madhouse,
mm-hmm.
and it only has 12 episodes, and it's one of the few zombie animes that I was like, what's happening next?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the author, his name was Daisuke Sato, and he left the manga on hiatus in March of 2013, and on May of 2017 he died.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So he was a really good both at drawing waifus and also at writing excellent plots.
Absolutely.
And the animation was crazy good in both the bad and the good way, because there were a lot of animation themes that defied the laws of physics.
Oh yes, there were.
If you know the part that I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, there are some very famous scenes that are circulated on the internet quite regularly.
Yeah, the part of the sniper. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're like.
It's like, this is not really possible, but
I like the way you think.
Yeah, you did it that way. Yep. Oh yeah.
And one of the next ones is Shaman King.
Oh yeah.
That it's currently having a reboot.
That's right. Recently, they had a remake of it. Yeah. When was that? Or when was that being written?
Shaman King, the anime adaptation came on 2001.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And the manga concluded with 32 volumes on 2004, but it never really ended until they gave it like a true ending, which it was a good ending. I do remember, because I mean, even when I was a kid, I had a period of time where I was a little weeb. Then I stopped watching anime, and then I restarted my true weeb form.
Oh yeah.
And I remember watching Shaman King were one of the ones that I was watching, with some other of the classic ones.
Oh yeah.
But it was a good ending. And right now the current Shaman King is skipping a part of the story.
Okay.
Because they are I think in episode 4 they were at the same point as episode 9 on the original Shaman King.
All right.
So
skipping a few.
Yeah, they're skipping a few filler episodes, or
sure.
Not very important.
Yeah, to the plot.
Part of the plot.
Yeah.
But for sure, the original Shaman King was so far a lot more complete. I have no idea if whomever is doing Shaman King 2021 is actually basing like their directions on the manga.
Okay.
But it's one of the animes that I'm following right now, and I think it's really good. They're having the original voice actors from.
Really? From the 2001?
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive. Wow. Yeah.
And one of the other ones was Nana.
Yeah. Oh, I saw that too.
Yeah.
That's right, Nana.
Yeah, I think that the author is still alive, but
but it's on.
But it stopped for health reasons.
Yeah.
And it has stopped ever since. And Nana is also one of the most popular seinen anime.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Doesn't it have 40 plus volumes?
It has, according to here, 47 episode anime adaptation.
Ah, yes, 47 episodes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has quite a few.
What I liked about Nana was that almost every episode, the characters were using a different getup.
Oh, that is pretty unique.
And
yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you see like in Western cartoons or in anime, a lot of times,
oh yeah, anime in general.
It's easier just to put like a uniform.
Oh right, and then you
character.
That's right, and you can just reuse that for future episodes, and it makes it a lot easier in production.
Yeah, but Nana had like different outfits every episode, or sometimes more than every episode. Like during the whole episode, they would have different clothing, and it wasn't long ago since I started watching Nana again, because when I started watching it, I didn't understand a lot, and I was pretty innocent. So a lot of the reference I was not getting them.
Right. Well, that's the one with 2 female leads, right?
Yeah.
Named Nana.
Yeah.
Strangely enough, Nana.
Yeah, and
as the title.
They start living together, and one of them is kind of like a free spirit, and the other one is very more refined, I would say.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, she's not classy, but she's a little bit more polite, while the counterpart Nana is.
It's more free-spirited.
Yeah, kind of
living
wild
the way.
In a sense.
Oh yeah, there you go. Mm.
And the one of the other mangas that I had in here was it's Ita Kiss.
Oh yeah.
It's Ita Kiss. If you translate it in English, it's called Mischievous Kiss. That is one of the most popular shonen.
It sure
shonen
is.
animes.
Oh, absolutely.
Is when I had my shoujo animes.
Oh yes.
When I had my shoujo phase.
Oh yeah.
Mischievous Kiss was one of the first ones that I watched.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
I gotta say, the ending was pretty good.
Oh, okay.
It didn't have an ending.
Mm-hmm.
The author was popular for doing these really cliche romantic stories.
Yeah.
But her audience loved those stories.
Oh, yes.
Because the problem is not being cliche with any of the anime genres.
Oh, right. You could be cliche in any genre, but then it's a good delivery.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, it talks a lot about your product and how you deliver it. Like, it doesn't matter if it has cliches. Cliche is okay. Cliche, because if it's cliche, it's going to be accepted, but you have to work on your clichéness.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, the author, she passed away when she was 38.
Oh, that is very young. That's young, yeah.
And her husband actually was the one who authorized for the anime adaptation, and he also authorized the ending, because the manga never ended.
Oh, wow.
And
that, I actually didn't know about that. So it's actually it's still very close to the heart of the creator for her husband.
Yeah.
Helping with that. Wow,
yeah, I remember the ending was one of the best, because a lot of times with the shoujo animes / manga was like, he confessed and that's the end of the manga, or that's the end of the anime, or sometimes the manga. So just go read the manga, go read the original format.
Oh yeah.
And I remember a lot of animes, of some of the popular ones like Seito Kaicho Maid-sama.
Oh yes.
Lovely Complex.
Okay, Lovely Complex. Right.
My Love Story. A lot of them is like they even cover a little bit of their relationship.
Yeah,
but
a little bit farther.
But you never get to the wedding part, which is what everyone is expecting in a romantic story.
Ooh, absolutely. Everyone wants to see that final tie, and then you know that it's good after that. Well, Orin High School Host Club is another one where the anime ends, but then you can get to see a little bit more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but yeah, the shoujo in general.
Yeah, and one like Orin High School, the ending.
Mm-hmm.
They just tell you like, oh yeah, they got married, they had kids.
Oh yeah.
But I remember when I finished reading Oran High School, is that the ending is like they just come to the United States to study college, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, oh yeah, later on, it's like, yeah, the two of them, the president, what was her name?
Hardy?
Yeah, Hardy. Yeah,
Hardy.
Yeah, she's a top waifu. But the president and Hardy get married and they had kids. But they never really show it. And with Mischievous Kiss, on the ending, they had a kid. They had a little girl.
Oh, okay.
But the girl has. I mean, she's really clingy with her dad. And the main girl, she gets jealous of her daughter.
Oh, fun. Oh, that's absolutely amazing.
But it was really wholesome because it's like, they show like their relationship during high school, college, because the guy was going into engineering, but then he switched to a medical school.
Okay.
Then she went to nursing school. They had a family and they visit the family of her husband.
Oh, wow.
And they actually gave a proper ending. And
that's amazing.
That it's something that you rarely get to see.
It is very rare.
In shoujo anime.
Shoujo anime, they really love to just leave it hanging. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's always good to see a really good ending with shoujo anime. It really completes the feeling. Yep, and thanks for joining us for another episode of Jobless Weebs. And of course, paying respects to Miura.
Kentaro.
Yeah, Kentaro, yep, that's right. It's always a good thing to remember one of the greats.
Yeah, we wish the best to his family. His close ones. And it's actually kind of good that we might not get to see the ending of Gods. We can just imagine a happy ending.
We could imagine.
It could have been an Attack on Titan ending, which was bad. I'm not gonna never let it go. I think that every episode we talk about how bad was Attack on Titan ending. And I think I'm just gonna keep talking about it. But
gotcha.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Keep watching anime.
Yep, keep watching the anime.
And see you guys next week.
Till then, see ya.
All right.